Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. So, you are in this tavern, in this pub, down in this unnamed village. They all seem fairly friendly, seem like good folk, and the sun has set. What are you guys doing?
So we've made this little plan in between ourselves, especially mostly on Killer's suggestion. And do you want to explain the plan?
Well, there's not much to do tonight other than sleep and get ready, since I don't have any of the spells ready. But pretty much we just need a barrel full of water right now.
Wait, and don't forget to put up someone to stand guard. We don't want this thing to jump up on us.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have guards during the night.
Can we do an all-night? Can a character do an all-nighter without, like, getting penalties?
Sure, one all-nighter is fine. After you start doing multiple all-nighters, then we'll have some problems.
I'll take the whole night thing because I'll regenerate my HP during the night.
Sure.
So by the morning, I'll probably be full.
Okay.
Okay, I have one last Orson. I'm gonna give it to Kelly. Sure.
You should give it to me if I don't get max HP.
Wait, what am I being given?
1 HP.
Maybe give it to
okay.
Rinz,
Oh,
so we can actually not die, completely die from running.
Okay, we're all begging for the little HP healing we have.
Yeah.
So you guys all go to sleep and I'll take watch.
Where are you sleeping, though? Hold on. This tavern doesn't have, like, rooms for rent. Where are you bedding down for the night?
Can we rent like a barn or something?
You want to, like, ask to borrow someone's barn and, like, sleep in it?
Yep.
I mean, sure. Probably people ask sometimes to sleep over the night.
I take a gold coin out and I say they should convince them.
Okay. Sure. You can find somebody's barn to sleep in. They'll take your 1 gold coin and happily enough just leave it alone.
I'll stand outside with my weapons and my shield ready, and I tell the others that I'll be loudly banging the battle axe on my shield, so as soon as they wake up from a sound like that, they know what's happening.
Okay. And you all bed down for the night.
First question, the barn, does it have an upper storage area? Like,
of course.
Many barns?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
the livestock downstairs and all of the hay upstairs.
okay, of course I will be staying upstairs.
Of course you
How
are.
many hours since we docked here until now?
Let's see.
So since we arrived.
So it's another 3 hours of rest that you all get. That's 3 more HP for Gallum.
Thank
And
you.
then Gallum, you're hanging. Can I get you? Why don't you make me a perception check, Gallum? You're standing
Yeah.
guard. You're on watch.
Yeah.
Hey.
Excellent. It's dark. You're a little tired. You're badly wounded. You're on watch because you're the man for the job, but you're also totally exhausted by the day's activities. Even with your 20 con, it's like, you were basically dead and then revived and whatnot. So you find yourself sort of like drifting off or maybe like zoning out while you're looking out when you see this small red light moving towards you. And at first you're not entirely certain what it is. You're like, what the hell is that? There's a red light? How far away is that? And then too late you realize, oh my god, that red light is like 30 feet away from me. When coming into view into like the faint moonlight is the same monster from before stalking right towards you in the middle of the night. You start banging on your shield. Everybody begins to wake up.
That's what you bang on your shield. Dun, 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 dun.
Why not?
And none of you have had a chance to regain any of your spells because it's come at you in the night. And here it is, Gallum.
Quickly up to the boat.
It is important, how deep in the night due to his HP.
Yeah, he's gained 3 more HP.
Yeah, he's already said 3 more HP since we rested. Because of what I'm guessing is that we docked, we didn't really spend much. We just ate and then immediately came here. There's 3 more hours until.
Yeah, we spent some time.
Did we spend some time at the bar? How much time did we spend at the bar?
Yeah, you gained 2 HP while you were at the bar.
So that's 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should be at 6 right now. 1 from
no,
going
because
back to.
There was some time going down the river.
Yeah, going down
we
the
said-
river to the bar was about. Oh yeah, it was
2.
2 hours to do that, and then maybe 2 hours at the bar. Yeah, so it should be 2, 4, and 3 is 7 HP, and then 1
that's what-
from. So you should be at 8. Yeah.
So 8 in total.
All right, and I think it's time to roll initiative. Everybody is inside the barn except for Gallum. Let's
Yeah, I just
go
squeaked
counter
around to the-
direction and get everyone's actions. Cascadia, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so we've been alerted, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head towards. Wait, who's on alert?
Gallum.
Oh, Gallum's outside. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna head towards
Yeah.
Gallum.
All right.
So-
And when you get outside, are you planning on attacking, running, kicking? What are you doing? You know?
I can go into attack. I have enough health, so I'll do that.
All right. And Tursum Adoy, what are you gonna do?
Lock it in the barn. We must set the barn on fire. We have to.
There's animals in the barn.
You're a maniac!
Zen, what are you gonna
I
do?
mentioned I screamed out loud, run to the boat.
Oh,
Boat? No boat? Yes, boat. We must run to.
yeah, we're heading. Yeah,
All right,
I'm just
I'm gonna
getting
go
up
for-
and walking to the boat.
Time to go to the boat.
Walk it through the
I'm
boat.
invisible, so I'm assuming he can't see me.
Rinse, what are you doing?
Wait, well, I'm running through the boat. How far
And-
away is it?
Oh, the boat is probably like 3 rounds of running away.
Oh, okay.
Because the barn is, the barn is inland. It's not on the riverside at all.
Okay. I'm
very
just
important
running
question.
towards the boat.
A very important question. We saw this guy move a lot. Is his movement speed slower than ours still?
You get the distinct impression that yes, his movement speed is a little bit lower than yours. You could probably just outrun him on foot.
Good. Because we knew that at first we weren't sure, but at least the effect from the water seems to have done something, right? He's still moving a bit sluggishly.
Yeah, he's a little bit jerky, and it looks like one of his legs is kind of gimped, and he's kind of dragging it behind him with
That's
each
what
step.
I was gonna aim for as well, because I was like, well, he won't be able to walk so fast if he's missing a foot or something.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's roll our initiatives. D10 plus whatever your weapon speed is if you're fighting. If you're just moving and running, it's plus 3.
Yeah, but the question is, do we have enough HP to beat him up, Carrie? Because our 2 characters are basically 1 hit away from dying. This guy
You're
can keep
all
Don't
1 hit
get
away
hit.
from dying.
Just one step at a time. Let's get to the boat first.
Yeah, let's not suppose.
Just don't get hit.
Actually,
just
can I
running.
use protection at all? Do I have a protection spell?
You don't have any spells. If you would like
Not
to
spell, sorry. There is
protect...
like protection as a fighter, right?
Yeah, so if you would like to like guard somebody, you could just put yourself in between them and the monster and force the monster to have to go through you to get to them. That's fine. Is there a particular person you would like to guard?
He was on 1 HP.
Rinse.
I don't think anybody's on 1 HP. Oh, wow.
Oh, he's already left.
All
The
right.
guy who's still being followed, yeah.
I mean, I did not leave yet. We just rolled initiative, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So the monster goes at 11. Zen is first. Zen?
I'm walking out of the barn going towards the boat.
All right, you're walking down the,
More
the
like
path at
running,
night.
but you know.
Sure. Gallum.
Neal,
you-
no. I'm going to like unclasp the pouch to the continual light stone. So now there's just a light orb running down to the boat.
So you got like the light pouch open and that light spills out and kind of surrounds you, and nobody can see you, but everyone sees this like 40-foot sphere of light
It's
just
like-
kind of moving down the road.
Yeah, it's like 60
I
foot
kinda-
radius. It's massive.
Oh my god. All right, so it's a 120-foot diameter sphere of light just like moving.
I think we'll understand that this is the guy who turned invisible for the whole thing and we didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
So I just run. I mean, I rolled initiative with plus 3, so I'm just running
All right,
towards the boat.
you take off towards the boat. Tursum, you're going towards the boat.
Yep.
Rinse heads towards the boat at the same time that Cascadia, you get out front, your weapon drawn, And there this creature is, with one glowing red eye in the night, stalking towards you.
Take out the other eye!
Are you sure you want me to do the eye and not like
He's the coward.
something to slow him down?
Please, what can I do? I have 1 HP, no spells, and only rocks in my pockets.
What are you gonna do?
Where do you want me to
Start tossing
sure the
rocks.
eye? Guys, opinions? Where shall I
Get to
put
the
it?
boat.
Boat, you must get to the boat.
I personally
Yeah, well,
think
I can lure him to it if I attack it, right?
I mean, we are already
Well,
towards.
he's already chasing us. We're all going to the
Okay,
boat.
then. I better flee if I'm the only one.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't. If you remain there, you might die. Like, I think he has like enough power to kill you, any of us.
He's doing like 1d2 damage or 1d3 damage for punches, but he's got like, 18-100 strength, like +8 to damage or something like that.
More like, no, he did 15 damage earlier
It
against
doesn't
the
matter.
captain. So.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just get over to the boat.
Didn't he
Yes.
crit though?
All right, so it looks like everybody's just fleeing to the boat in a mass panic. This guy goes at 12, I believe I said. I don't remember. I've already moved the die, so I'm going to say he goes after you all. You can all make it down to the boat. He's a few rounds behind you. You can all pile in, and you see down the path, there's this one red light moving towards you.
Is it in the open field right now? The
No,
creature?
it's a forest with a trail and, houses and buildings and that sort of thing.
Fireball, you must.
people-
Then. Fireball, you must.
Yeah, how much do we want this guy to get fireballed right now?
Alright. Like on a scale to 1 to fireball.
This is
I mean,
bad.
on a 1 to wall of fire, I would pick the wall of fire if we had it.
What do you do? Are you throwing a fireball into this small village where the robot is? You're probably going to set the village on fire.
We just start rowing out, I think.
Are you rowing upriver or
Right.
downriver?
With the
I
flow
think, I
somewhere
don't think,
faster.
I kind of look at the others and I say, if we continue on running, it will follow us and it won't stop. We need to throw it inside of the water, otherwise we will never escape this fear.
If he comes, all right, let's just move away from the shore. If he comes up to the shore, I can fireball like behind him and hopefully I'll push him in the river. But probably not. But we can try.
Anyway, let's go!
Okay, we're rowing, Neal.
Can someone
upriver or
sneak
downriver?
behind him,
Down river.
like,
Down
Alright.
river.
push him?
I'm not gonna get on the boat.
Everyone but Gallum is in the boat and headed downriver. What were you saying, Kelly?
What are you
Kelly
doing, you
Jean?
maniac?
Can someone sneak behind him to push him when he gets close enough to the...
That's exactly, yeah.
Okay,
Exactly the same mind with him. I'm staying behind because he's probably gonna fall here.
as we are rowing, who does he go for, Gallum or the boat?
Well, the boat pulls out into the water, and you guys start rowing downriver in the night. Gallum,
I
you're
hide
on shore,
and
so
wait.
how are you going to hide from this guy?
So basically, I seen the red dot, but that's my tracking of him. So I'm basically just gonna put myself like in, make sure that it's not like a dead end alleyway, but I'm put myself in an alleyway between two buildings and kind of try and just squat down in the darkness and kind of exactly like a bull would do. I'm just waiting for him to kind of get close to the edge of the water. Then I will gore him like
You're going to do like a charge attack and just hit him with
yes,
your
like
horns.
my ancestors did in the past.
All right.
To this point.
Well, he does walk past you, not even looking at you once.
I wait for him to be as close as
So
possible.
he gets right down towards the river, and you charge him with your gore attack.
And I have +2 for surprise as a Minotaur. I don't know what it means, but it says +2 to surprise rolls as a Minotaur.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't really work in this situation. We'll get to that another
Never
point,
mind.
another time. So go
Okay.
ahead and make me an attack roll. You are charging him, so that gives you +2 to hit. You're making a back attack, that's another +2 to hit. So it should be d20 +4.
Okay, I know that hits.
15 is solid. You slam into him with your horns, right?
Yeah, oh my god.
Your horns,
He's too stupid.
your
He's too
horns
stupid.
pierce the flesh and ram straight into solid steel underneath. I need
hurts as
you
fuck.
to make me a saving throw versus death, not to break off your horns in this guy's back.
I don't know.
Oh! One horn breaks, the other horn like rips off of the base of your skull, sort of just like breaks at the bottom.
Don't worry, it will regenerate, guys.
Give me an opposed strength check to see if you can knock him in the water, and I'll give you advantage because you had like a nice charge at him from behind. So strength check at advantage versus his strength check.
Oh,
He rolls a natural 1 on his strength check. So you just slam into him. He topples into the water. That's probably how the horns get ripped off, as he falls forward and they get trapped under him. They just like snap. You have no more horns. They are gone. They will not regenerate either. They're just gone forever. And the creature topples into the water.
I think what happens right now is that Gallum falls to the ground and he faints into unconsciousness from the pain.
Probably. The rest of the party, you can probably see this. Zen has this like big radius of light, and these guys are just beyond it, but there's enough light shining from this that you can see Gallum like knock the critter into the water and then like fall on the ground bleeding from his head.
Oh god.
What do you do?
Well, the creature's in the water now, right?
Can we row back to the area where the robot fell in the water?
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah, let's roll back.
Can we do that?
Wait. Is this river a slope, like up the shore? Is there like a slope, or is it like a hard drop?
No, it's a gentle bank on either side.
Let's wait.
We must help our friend.
Maybe a few seconds. Wait a few seconds if the thing is going up.
Back.
We need to go now. He's bleeding from his head. We don't have time to wait.
Yeah, I'm starting to row back, Neal.
All right, you guys row back towards the shore. You find Gallum on the ground, bleeding profusely from his head, unconscious.
I look at.
Is this? I have a healing proficiency. Can I examine if I could, like?
Yeah, you can use it to
help him somehow.
Yeah, you'll need to make me a proficiency check to staunch the bleeding from his skull.
Okay.
Is this the round after he received that damage?
This is this is the next round. It's fine. Nice. You rip off his shirt and wrap it around his head. Stop the bleeding.
He rips up his own shirt. I don't have a shirt. I only have a loincloth, which you can whip as well.
Alright, you rip off his loincloth and wrap it around his head.
I'll like offer a spare shirt of mine. Jeez.
You're invisible. They don't see you offer it.
No, like, I'll just say, no, take my shirt as soon as he goes for his crotch.
Have my shirt. That's gross.
Actually, I think you heal some HP. Huh? Is ministrations?
Yeah, I think you can restore 1d3 HP.
Okay, I'll roll the 1d3 then.
I mean, he didn't really lose any damage. He broke his horns, but it didn't cause HP damage, so there's not like anything to repair.
Well, let's drag him over to the boat then.
I don't think that he's gonna wake up until he has a rest, because I mean he's basically gone a whole night without sleeping. He's gone with a guy going inside of his whole foot and kind of basically almost destroying his whole foot.
Well, you're taking a look at this guy when the water stirs and crawling out from the water.
I just want to say, Rince is the whole time he's ready to run, looking at the spot where this guy fell in.
Yeah, it's not from that spot. It's from like 30 feet downriver that the water begins to swirl, and stepping out is this guy. This non-stopped murder rampage man. I don't know what else you would call him.
Now, hold on. We rolled to knock him in the water, but that also had to do a lot of damage.
Sure, we didn't roll the damage. Why don't you roll your damage there, because you did hit him. What was your Minotaur charge damage?
I don't really have a Minotaur charge attack.
You should. It should be like 2d6. It's in the skills and powers. It comes with being a Minotaur. Yeah, they have a charge attack.
I was looking in the. I have the.
Yeah,
complete book of humanoids, and there's nothing here.
No, don't use the complete book of humanoids. That's skills and powers.
Okay, Rob lied to me then. because
Minotaur have a 2d6 headbutt. And do they get a...
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even know I had it. Now I lost it before.
Yeah, it's not in skills and powers, Neal.
Yes, it is. Skills and
What?
powers, page 42, racial abilities and restrictions under chapter 3.
Yeah. I see it. Headbutt. Yeah.
Yes.
The lawyering is real.
Yeah.
Although Neal's the one lawyering for our damage, and Bastian's the one.
So yeah, roll me 2d6 damage for how much you dealt to him.
I did not lawyer against the damage. I just asked where it is because I couldn't find it.
6.
Okay, you do 6 damage to him. I hope you've all taken note that I haven't recorded damage once after you deal it.
That is the
Lovely.
reason why I did this.
Makes no difference.
thought that was-
Yeah, your attacks have all been completely worthless.
He has like 10,000 health or something.
He doesn't take damage from anything we have.
So, what are you guys doing this round? Because we're gonna roll initiative again. He's getting out of the water and he's coming to
Riz
murder
is
you.
going to run.
Run on the ground, or are you gonna take it to the water?
Could we weren't we gonna try and get oil or something from the town to try and set him up?
That was the plan, but you guys got distracted with hanging out and telling stories and singing songs and totally forgot to buy oil. Completely forgot.
Again, because we tried water and running. We don't have enough time to keep running, and it's dark. And we're
Rince is
probably
going to
like, end up falling out of the boat because it's dark and there's rapids. So
Rince is going to jump onto the canoe. Not right. If anybody is, he can't. Let me just make a willpower check for him. Let's see if he just
I hope
runs
you
to the
can
canoe.
swim.
Yeah, I can swim.
Otherwise
I just
you're
want to
screwed.
mention my guy is still unconscious because I already said he's still unconscious.
Right, that's fine.
Rince is just going to run towards the boat. Let's see how if anybody can catch up with him.
Okay, so Rince is running to the boat. Zen, what are you doing? Still invisible.
I really don't think going back.
Fireball, you must.
You know, it's not doing shit. Stop telling me.
What are
to
you
do
What are you
stuff.
doing, Zen?
I can't do anything against this guy.
All right, Zen does nothing.
I'm
Tursum,
just running.
Throw
I'm
the
just
little
running.
elf.
Tursum, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm going to drag Gallum onto the boat.
I'm running.
Okay, and Cascadia. God, I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering your name.
What's your strength?
At least I can pronounce it.
I want to do something that's not going to go on the boat.
Well, what do you want to do? You don't have to follow these schmucks.
Yeah. Can I run into town and try and find oil from either there was the tavern?
Sure. I mean, it's nighttime, but you could break into shops and look for oil.
Oh, so there's no one is awake.
No, it's like,
With all
2 in the morning. Everybody's asleep.
The Terminator didn't wake anyone up.
No, he hasn't done or said anything. The only thing that's happened so far is that he got knocked into the water. It's been pretty
Cascadia, help!
quiet.
Cascadia, help! Drag!
Well, maybe it's
Help, drag Minotaur!
we can go onto the river for a little while.
Your max breath is 90 pounds.
Is everyone gonna get on the boat?
I mean, what you see right now is you see like Max's character trying to like drag me, and he realizes that I'm too heavy, and he's now asking me for help.
Okay,
Yeah, Rince
I
is
can-
just
I'll help.
bolting towards the canoe.
Okay, let's all roll initiative. I think it's D10 plus 3 for everybody, since no one's making an attack. The monster will roll D10 plus 3 as well. He goes at 5. So Rince, you're first. You hop into the canoe. Do you row and just leave everyone else behind?
How far away is that guy? And is he looking at me?
He's getting out of the water and he's doing like a survey of the shore. Like getting his various targets and taking a look at what's going on. What are you doing?
Can I say, should he come towards me or stare at me and then focus on me? I will just row. Like I hold the rudder and I wait for him to just target me, like focus on me. Then I will just row.
Okay. So Tursum hops in the boat. Sure enough, the creature stares directly at him and he just starts rowing the boat down river.
Rinse.
Rince, I'm sorry. Next in the initiative order is Kelly.
So I'm assuming helping the Minotaur who's been hurt?
Yeah, you're trying to drag Gallum into the boat, and then you realize
The boat
fucking
is
Rince
gone.
has already taken off.
To be
Okay.
fair, I'm keeping close to the shore. I'm not in the middle of the river. I'm like, sorry, try to catch up.
There's no way they're gonna catch up.
I want to point out he's rolling downriver towards the guy.
Yes, that's right. But the guy came out
wait,
downriver. You can go deeper into the river and go around him.
Yeah, I'm like trying to skirt around it, but I'm trying to stay after skirting around him close to the shore. I'm not that much of an arsehole to just go to the other side of the river or something.
Sure. So Kelly, you find that you've got Gallum in your arms by underneath his shoulders, dragging him, and the boat's gone, and this creature is right nearby. What do you do?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay with Gallum, and I'm gonna try and get it into a slightly safer area. And if the monster attacks me, I will try and protect as best I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up is Zen. Zen, you're invisible.
Gonna go find another boat because there's a bunch of boats on the shore. Neil.
That's
All
true.
right. You go find another boat. Next in the initiative order, you can find
Also,
one. You can
also,
steal a
Rince-
random civilian's boat. That's fine. But what are
I
you saying?
will, and I will dump 10 gold on the shore, or a little bit up the shore.
That is why Rens had no problem
as
taking
if-
the canoe, because there's a bunch of boats.
Yeah, sure. That's
As
why you
if-
had no problem.
As if somebody else is, as if the owner of the boat is actually gonna pick up that goal.
Right.
Ever.
I can
all right.
try.
Last but not least is last but not least is the monster. It turns and starts heading downriver towards Rince.
Yeah, okay.
Good, not me.
Yep. The rest of you are relatively safe, it seems. Tursum, it's your turn.
I just kind of, not that loud, but say, do we just leave him?
Fireball, you must.
Shut up with the fireball. It ain't doing shit.
You haven't tried.
You fireball.
All right. Tursum, action.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag Gallum onto the stolen boat. And we're gonna use that boat from now on.
And where are you going with this boat?
We have to follow Rince
You're gonna follow Rince
with another boat.
with the other boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zen's gonna try to just go to sleep in the boat.
That's not gonna work. You can try, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's never gonna work.
It's gonna work, Neal.
All right. So the creature stalks after Rince. Rince rows downriver away from it.
Wait, as I take a look around, as I see it coming after me on the shore, I kind of get farther into the river and try to turn the canoe and go upriver towards them, just on the river.
There's my
And-
con check, Neal.
Okay.
If I manage to do that, I would just scream to them, "Do something! Ah! Why is it following me?"
Okay, so you start turning your boat around and paddling upriver, but it's dark, and this is an unfamiliar stretch of river. You've never really paddled a canoe before. Like, you've probably done it once or twice, but this is all new to you, and you're in a panic, and this monster's chasing you. And did I mention it's really dark? I need you to make me an unproficient boating proficiency check.
Hold on, Neal. How dark is it? What's the moon cycle?
Also, there is someone with a bright, continual light stone, shining light everywhere.
It is 4 days after the new moon, so it is not quite yet half full.
Okay.
But there's
It's
also, I know where I have to go because I can see them.
That's right, but it's not going where, it's not seeing where you're going, it's seeing like the sandbars and the sticks and the logs sticking out of the river that are too dark to see here. I need you to make me an unproficient boating check. So that's going to be
Which is?
an intelligence check at -5.
Ah! No.
No, your boat gets caught as you start to turn around on a branch from a felled log that's underwater that kind of sticks out, and it turns and it turns and it just capsizes and you splash into the water.
Okay.
I realize I realize it's still going to be a fail, but how do you have -4 intelligence?
Oh, sorry. No, it should be a +9.
19. There we go. Yes. So you splash into the water. You can swim, right? You have a swimming proficiency?
Yeah, I will swim to the other shore.
Okay. You start swimming to the other shore. The creature wades into the water and soon disappears, the water over its head. What about the rest of you? Well,
I will swim with the current.
I want to go back to everyone else. You guys see all this transpire.
Creature can adapt it as. Have to try new elements. We must.
I'm just sweeping. I'm just groggily saying something in my unconsciousness.
I'm going to guide the boat towards where Rince went off to.
Okay.
And make a beeline to the shore there. We have to get to Rince.
So how's my nap going?
Gallum to somewhere like safe, like near to the shore, like in some bushes and stuff. And I'm gonna try running to the village to see if I can find either people or oil or something that can help.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna try and find something.
Okay. So I specifically need Rince to make me an opposed initiative check against our NPC here to see if he catches up with you or if you can swim to the shore before he can catch up to you.
I mean, how deep is the river?
You don't know.
Yeah, because if the river is higher than a person...
I've been playing this game for a little while. I understand how this works. Make me an opposed initiative check.
I already did.
Oh, thank you. He rolls a 6. You roll a 10. Oh, no. So you're kicking and swimming to the other side when something reaches out from under the water to make a grab at you.
Doop doop doop.
19 plus 8 is a 27. What's your armor class?
14. Yeah, I'm probably dead.
I
don't have the gold!
Oh my god. You take 20 points of damage as the monster reaches into your chest and pulls out your still beating heart.
No.
Things got from 1 to 100 very fast.
Yeah. Rince is like, well, that escalated quickly.
Rince dies in the river.
Oh.
Okay, so does the Terminator switch his focus?
Well, you can't see. It's just water. You see Rince flailing and then Rince stopping.
They probably see like a hand going.
Oh yeah, no, they totally see a fist coming through your chest, your the back, and then back down. Yeah.
All right. To the shore we must now. Oh, fast!
All right. Meanwhile, Cascadia has dragged Gallum to a nice safe spot and run back into the village. And sure enough, there are lights popping on in the village right now. There's a bunch of people wondering what the hell all of this noise is. And there's some torchlight coming as people come down the path towards you. You meet the same innkeeper that you were hanging out with earlier today. He's got a lantern, and behind him you can see some more torches, and he's coming down here, shining the lantern, and says, "What the hell's going on down here?
Okay.
You guys wrestling pigs?"
Monster!
Okay.
Monster!
I ask him if he can help at all, that we potentially need something flammable to set this evil robot thing on fire. Can he help in any way? Does he have anything that can help us?
What the hell's a robot? I ain't never heard of anything like that before. That sounds like a made-up word. Now, what are you doing all this caterwauling about? The good people are trying to sleep.
Caterwauling, no, that's made up word.
I have gold. If you can help us, I can give you gold.
All right. What do you need? You want to set something on fire? Are you sure? That sounds like an unsafe idea.
Yeah, don't worry. It won't affect your village, we promise. He's near the river.
He tentatively hands you his lantern. Like he's not sure he trusts you, but the promise of gold is too much for a man in a struggling economy with a small business.
I say
I
thank
am
you.
worried.
How much gold does he want?
Oh, the lantern cost me 1,000 copper. No, that's a lock. Hold on, with a lantern. Lantern, hooded, 700 copper, 7 gold for the lantern. A little bit more for the oil.
Okay. So I give him 10 gold. Is that enough?
Yeah, he seems pretty pleased by this deal
Okay.
and hands you his
Say
lantern.
thank you. And then I run back to the river. I guess that'll take a while to run back, right?
Sure, you get back to the river. There are other people following behind you. The rest of the party,
That's good.
where are you with this boat? Zen and Tursum.
I'm heading back to the village.
Okay, so you've come back. So you get back to the village, or back to the same shore that Cascadia is on, about the same time that she gets back with the lantern.
And I'm going to observe whenever the robot is coming out of the water.
you see a buddy drifting along.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep a lookout. Gonna perceive. Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Maybe you see a small glowing red dot in the river, and it's not a star.
23.
Right, the water is dark. Even with the light spell and the lantern, you don't
And
see
I have
anything.
low light vision.
Yeah, you don't see anything coming out of the water.
Yeah,
And
is there any creepy music?
Minutes
It's like-
pass.
This is like a horror thing.
the village has come down now to the water, and the barkeep has kind of explained to them, well, there's some monster here that they're trying to set on fire. Hold on, everybody. And sure enough, you're just staring out over this lake. You can see Rince's body has like got caught on a snag somewhere down the river.
You see like his wizard head hanging off a branch, the same branch the canoe got caught on. There, you see like the letters "Rince" on it.
And yet, there's no other activity. There's no sign of movement. Quickly 1 minute turns into 2, and then 4, and then it's been 10 minutes, and there's no sign of the creature.
Well, Neal, I'm going to go pick up that gold I left on the ground.
Sure, you can go pick up your gold.
And then redock that boat.
You redock the other boat. And
If our pop knowledge is to be believed, we
So,
have done
like, oil floats on water, right?
yes,
Oil
it
floats
does.
on water, and you can set fire to the oil on the water.
You could set fire to the river, yes.
And then maybe it will appear.
All right. So you dump the oil from the lantern into the river and set it on fire. It goes up
That's not
in
gonna be
flames.
enough oil for the
There's
whole
no-
river.
No robot guy.
No robot guy.
I don't know what to do next.
The villagers start to head back to their homes. Seems kind of bored.
I think Zen says, "Wait a minute, everybody." Just a random voice out of the blue says, "Who wants to see a fireball?"
I just put my hand now on my face, and like, fireball. Like, you're supposed to have done that long time ago, but you haven't.
Are you going to throw a fireball into the water?
Yeah.
Seems like a wave.
It will be like a pressure wave, right?
Yeah,
No.
you
That's
can
what-
go
that's what
ahead
happened.
and toss the fireball into the water. There is an underwater blast, but it is much smaller than the typical fireball radius. The
No, it's
hydrostatic
probably just
pressure is
gonna
much
be like
higher
a-
than atmospheric pressure, so it doesn't expand nearly as far. And you can all see this like glow from under the water for a moment, and hear this. But yet, still no creature.
All right, back to shenanigans.
Is that is that the consensus? Are you all just headed back to shenanigans?
Maybe rest first here. And me detect magic warning, yes? See, creature is still in water, yes?
You hear large snowing coming from the bushes.
Right. We can't drag that back. Okay, we got to sleep here.
You guys go back to your barn. leaving Rince's body in the river.
Gallum's also in the bush, right?
Did you leave Gallum in a bush?
No, yeah, leave him.
We're gonna drag him back to the barn.
I believe the others would do it, but I think Cascadia here is the nicer one of the group.
Between me and Cascadia, I think we're gonna drag him to the
Also,
barn.
I have to point out, she's the one that moved his body into the bush. We don't really know where he is.
Yeah, I know where he is.
Yeah.
I mean, also, Neal, my body is drifting down the river. I'm gone. I probably got the Viking funeral with that fireball.
Yeah, that was the
Man.
All right. Eventually, you guys make your way all the way back to Shenanigans the next day, and there is no sign of the monster. Whatever it is that caused this monster to come after Rince, it's fulfilled its task now that he's dead.
So we didn't rest in the village before we head back
no,
to
you rest in the village and you head back to Shenanigans the next day.
So can I not check the magic in the morning to see if the killer robot is still in the water?
It's not in the water. Well, there's no magical signatures coming from the water, whatever that means.
Okay.
You get back to Shenanigans. You
Check the
settle
village.
back in for a nice, comfortable day. Gallum is restored to full HP, but is missing his horns. And you
Hold
also...
on, Neal.
Yes?
I'm gonna go up to Desmond and say, so how much are the repairs gonna cost?
Shakes his head at you guys. What have I told you about fighting in the bar? Next time, won't
Desmond?
be so slow to kick you out. It'll be 30 gold pieces to repair it. I prefer you pay me in gold and not copper.
Oh yeah, no, here you go, Desmond. Okay,
All right, as you
gold.
reach in your pocket to pull out the gold, you notice the 100 GP that you had split from the first job you got is just missing. It's just gone. Same thing from everyone else. The 100 GP that you had pocketed is just gone.
Scammed we have
Alright,
been.
I go.
Go where?
Don't forget, Neal, I didn't have the gold anymore.
I'm well aware. I know what's going on.
Okay.
And I guess that's going to wrap up our episode of Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a scam!
I was
So
disconcerting ending.
totally scammed.
Okay, Neal, I have to ask, it was me touching the gold, right?
No. So it was cursed money. It was given to Rince in particular. So he was the one who was afflicted with the curse. I don't.
Actually, no. Actually, it
you were-
was
No,
Zen
it was
who had the
It was
money.
Zen who took the money, yeah.
Then we'll
I
have to.
counted it.
Yeah.
I took it from him and counted it. He gave it.
I gave somebody the pouch. He would be the one that counted it and
Yeah,
split it
that's
up.
that's. I would have
Gold
touched the
first.
money first. That's what I'm taking from it.
Yeah. You were the first one. You were the owner of the money. You were the one who had been like paid for services. The money passes around like a curse. If you just hand it out, it's still yours. But if you pay someone else with it, then the curse becomes theirs. Thus,
Interesting.
Lord, what was his name?
Lord,
Tom-
Lord is an asshole. That's-
Yeah.
Lord,
Why did he do that?
Barrow?
What?
Barrow, was it? That sounds about
he
right.
probably hired.
Preston.
He probably had to hire
Branson.
the hireable paladin
Branson.
to protect him, and
Branson.
now he just wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah, so Lord Branson ended up with this money accidentally, realized what was going on, this guy chasing him, so he like takes a long trip out of town and then loops back at moving at a faster pace than the robot can go, has his very own manservant hire random people for a bullshit task so he can dump the money on them, and then leaves you to deal with the curse and the problems.
It's like the perfect story hook for this party specifically.
Yeah, so easy, meaningless token job in order to get rid of cursed money to pay people for something.
So Neal, how could we actually kill the Terminator?
You can't. You have to get rid of the money.
There are ways to do it. You would have just had to be creative. I didn't outline anything in particular, but I'm sure you could have figured something out somehow. It's possible.
I mean,
that's
if
why I'm
no
sad.
physical and no magical damage can affect it,
Hey man, look. Just because I don't have the solutions doesn't mean that they don't exist. I don't want to try and shoehorn you guys in by
Sure,
saying
Neal.
this is the one way to solve the problem. But like hacking at a Terminator with swords is not going to work. And splashing a Terminator with water isn't gonna. It's gonna do something, you know. If you can get those joints that have already been maybe slightly damaged by the sword, it's gonna screw them up a bit, but it'll more or less be
You need
fine.
a really big magnet and just stick it to it.
A magnet, maybe some sort of press, molten lava, something.
Oh yes, Neal, because that's so abundant.
Hey, look, you guys have to solve the problems. Technically, today's quest was a failure. Rince died. Nobody defeated the Terminator. You just kind of survived. So I'm going to give everybody 500 experience just for surviving, but there's not going to be any like victory cash.
That's Neal. That's why I'm sad. I'm kind of sad that I didn't play Droopy, because Droopy wouldn't have touched the money first. That's for sure. And I could have sent the reds inside the Terminator. That would have been.
Oh well.
Next time, Rince's brother Wind, who is the opposite of Rince, who's like the handsome, most like guy in wizard school.
All right, so let's wrap this up for the day. Everyone's gotten 500 experience. Desmond's kind of grumpy with you guys, but it's okay because this is like a sitcom. Next week, everything will be back to usual.
Hey, I paid him 30 gold.
Yeah, but I mean, like if I came into your house and broke your house and then like paid you for the repairs, wouldn't you still be kind of pissed off? Like you'd still have a temporarily broken house and you'd have to hire contractors and get estimates and get it all fixed. Like it's still a pain in the ass when someone comes and breaks your house.
Neal, no. If you were a guest in my house, somebody comes in and attacks you and you fight them back, and then you pay me for the damages? No, I wouldn't be mad.
Desmond is still unhappy by this. He blames you for bringing this monster in. Because it is your fault that this monster showed up. It is without you, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, like if we knew.
Well, I mean, okay. So let's say I'm visiting you for a while, and then some random person comes and tries to kill me, and in the process destroys most of your house. Wouldn't you still be like, fuck, dude, why the hell did you piss someone off and then come wreck my house with your problems? And then when I asked you to leave, you stuck around and fought in my house for like 20 minutes? You'd be kind of pissed.
The funny thing is, Rince even said in the beginning while he was counting the gold, and he like detected magic somewhere. Maybe the gold is magical. This seems off. Even
if
said
only
that
you guys had detected magic on the gold.
I can't. The funny thing is, Rince would have never been able to because he can't cast divination spells.
That's all right. We're going to wrap this up. Let's do some shout-outs. We've already given experience, and then we will call it a day. So, going in a circle, we started going counterclockwise, so this time let's go clockwise, starting with Cascadia, or, to use your real name, Kelly. Right?
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to say before we end the show?
It was really fun. Like, I haven't played D&D in a long time, so thank you for having me. Hopefully I can come back again if you would like.
Yeah, I'd love to have you. All right. Is there any place that people could find you? Because you do some Twitch streaming, right?
I'm pretty much Kelly Jean everywhere, so I'm like Kelly_Jean on Twitch, and Kelly Jean with like 3 A's, 2 N's on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, if you really want to find me, that's the best way.
Excellent. And Max, anything to say before we go?
Oh, it's just good to be back here on your show, Neal. It's been fun. I'll be probably back here next week as well, so see you then.
All right. Good to have you as well. Nick?
No, not that much going on. But, Neal, I have had a question for you.
Please.
You know when you cast a fireball inside of a cave, it'll expand and go larger than it normally does, correct?
No, it will remain. It will take up the same volume of space. So if a cave, a cave might be only 10 feet wide, so it's going to expand outwards in either direction, but it'll still maintain the same volume of area as the original fireball.
So why doesn't the fireball have a larger radius if it's cast on ground where half of it is being blocked by the ground?
because the rules say otherwise. I don't know. It's too complicated. Let's not worry about it. It's too much of a bitch to figure out. Not worry about it. Rinse.
Okay. First of all, this was the first officially canon character death, and of one of my characters on Shenanigans. So
first canon death? Were there non-canon deaths?
Yeah, you remember these episodes we did with the multiple tries?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh, those are fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, that was an awesome death. What I will do, I probably will play more Total War Warhammer 2 as Clan Pestilence.
Oh, I'm playing as the High Elves.
Oh. But yeah, it was fun.
Also, Zen, if you did want to encompass the same volume, you would just be a 25-foot radius instead of a 20-foot radius for if it was cast at ground level.
Wonderful.
But we're not going to do that. It'll still be 20 feet. And Adrian, good to have you back after so long, buddy.
Yeah, it's just great being around, hanging about, doing shenanigans again. It's funny how many people right now just don't even know my face, even though this show was created out of like a show that we did before this.
That's right. This was the replacement for Honor Bound.
Yeah, Honor Bound.
Yeah.
I'm not doing much right now besides just being a student at university. I'm hosting my own Discord server, which is kind of a place where people show up and play. We've been doing this type of like open format D&D sessions where just we have like 5 or 6 DMs. Past is one of them, and we just kind of like D&D session in 4 or 5 hours, and then whoever joins up can join up. So if you're looking for somewhere to play, you can jump in. It's like an individual setting, so you will have to do some reading because we've written like a lot of lore on it. But besides that, I just put it in chat. I'm Chucky616.
How's your multi-DM story going? Your multiple stories.
That's pretty much what's going on right now. There's another new group coming in, actively run by a different DM. I've pretty much had 2 groups going at the same time, and they've been kind of interacting quite a lot. There's even some places in the chat that are kind of hidden from everybody, and the only people who get there get to use them, like hub chats and NPC chats.
How exciting. As for me, that's it. So, yeah. For me, I will be doing Heroes Graveyard in a few minutes, in about 2 hours, on twitch.tv/DND. That's with Trump SC. He plays the monsters. I do the story DMing. Got a bunch of players. It'll be fun. Tomorrow is our second episode of Fatal One at 8 a.m. Pacific time at the ungodly hour, so early in the morning, where we'll have our second group run through the dungeon and see what they can discover or die doing. So that's it for Shenanigans this week, guys. We will see you next weekend for another Shenanigans episode. Goodbye.
Bye.